Hey guys, Tyler here, and thanks for checking out this video. And as you probably heard, we can officially buy corruptions from a vendor. So this video is going to be all about the corruptions that you need to target for your marksman hunter to get the most out of your spec, whether it's for PvE or PvP, and how much currency you can expect to get per week and how. So let's get started.
Mr. Eggplant presents.
So as you guys enter the chamber heart, you can actually come over here to Mother, and she will be the one who sells the preserved contaminants. So this is how you actually buy those corruptions. And I will say this, as of the 19th of May, I'm actually recording this on the 20th, some servers had issues seeing this. It is a bug, and Blizzard is currently working on that. So if you come in here to Mother and she doesn't have something for you, there is a bug still going on that they're continually working on. And then also, you still have 2 more days to purchase these, so you're not out of being able to buy them. So they said they will get it done by then. So you can still collect the Echoes of Ny'alotha, which we'll talk about here in just a second. But fear not, you will be able to buy those. So like I said, you do purchase them with Echoes of Ny'alotha. They are what you used to buy the rank 3 essences with on your alts. However, you actually use those to purchase the contaminants now. So, I have 3,725, and I've got that in 1 day from doing some of the major and minor assaults. So keep that in mind, because I started with 0. So you can definitely get a preserved contaminant before the day, or even before, the next couple days is out. Because the best ones to get is actually the one of them that's up today. So we'll definitely want to get on that. But just to jump ahead really quick to how you actually collect the Echoes of Ny'alotha, you can actually get them from several different places. And all this information was actually taken from Wowhead, so I'll be sure and link the article in the description of this video. So you can get, and it'll pop up here on the screen, 1,375 for assaults, 2,250 for the horrific visions just for completing your major and minor assaults, 1,750 for your emissaries every week, roughly 1,000 for raid bosses, 1,500 if you do a weekly 15. So for every +1 on your keystone, you get an additional 100 in your box at the end of the week. And then you get at least 875 for capping conquest, even if you have the lowest unranked PvP ranking. So that's how you basically get them. They drop at 5 times the amount they did last week. So as you see, the price of all your rank 3s did go up, but it went up equally. So it's bigger numbers. It's just inflated. So don't fear still being able to get those on your alts. So jumping ahead to the BIS corruptions for Marksman Hunter. So first and foremost, the number 1 corruption you want to get is Expedient, which increases the amount of haste you gain from all sources by 12%. And by all sources, that also means in the rhythm. Most Marksman Hunters right now are running with at least 2 in the rhythm. I happen to be running with 3 right now. So it basically makes that mini Bloodlust not so mini. Every time I cast my rapid fire, I'm getting roughly 2,200 haste, but I'm getting 12% more of that, which is not a small amount, especially that the corruption only costs 20. That does increase the amount of haste you get from your gear too. It just supercharges our rapid fire in the rhythm combo, and that makes it by far, even in AoE situations and single target, the best overall corruption, especially for how low it is. Another corruption you want to look for obviously is off of the Eldritch Bow out of raid. You can't get it out of these boxes, but I did want to make sure and say that this is a corruption video overall, so that is the best weapon corruption to get. For AoE, you also want to look for the Twilight Dev 18%. It does come with a freakishly large amount of corruption, so I actually cannot fit it into my gear right now, but that is one you want to look for. Like I said though, it is a huge corruption sink, so if you're running with a Twilight Dev 18%, Twilight Dev 3, you're probably not going to be running with a lot of anything else. So that's one reason why it's still in my bag. It's really not worth it for me at this time, but as our back continues to gain more resistance, which I still haven't got this week's, that would be something that I would probably throw in there. And then also you want to look for Infinite Star. They've nerfed this like 4 times or whatever, but it's still really good. You cannot buy them from Mother, but that is one you want to look for, as well as the Twisted Appendage. So there are the 3 main ones, other than Gushing Wound, which is going to be nerfed by 35% come next week, so keep that in mind if that's something you're running with. The 3 that do damage are the Twilight Dev, the Infinite Star, and then Twisted Appendage. So Twisted Appendage is a large corruption sink as well. This is Twisted Appendage 3. And it's still kind of bugged there. It doesn't just do 349 damage every second for 10 seconds. Definitely does a lot more than that. But that is a really, really good single target one. That is something that I'm going to look for to purchase eventually. However, that's a large amount of Echoes of Ny'alotha, so you have to keep that in mind when you're budgeting how many you can get per week. So I will be buying one of these regardless of if I end up using it this week or not. I'm just going to purchase it because it will go away on Friday at 10 p.m. my time. So that's something that I'm shooting for. I definitely think I can get there though. And then the other corruptions you want to look for are going to be, for example, this will be kind of dependent on your build. If you are running with a high versatility build, since not everybody is running with high mastery like I am, if I'm running with high mastery, I'm going to look for Masterful, which they only have the 9% one here, but I'm going to be looking for Masterful 12%. So that's going to be something because that matches my build. If you're running with high versatility, I forget the name of the versatility one, but you want to get the 12% to versatility. That is going to be the best for your build. This is what's cool about corruptions, is that you can actually match what your build is now. So if you're running with 3 unerring vision with the to basically give you 100% crit on your true shot, you probably don't want to run with one of these 6% to crit strike because you're going to go way over crit cap very quickly. But you do want to go for one of the versatility or mastery ones, depending on at least one. I'm probably leaning towards 2, but we'll see how that goes. You definitely want to run with at least one of whichever one works for your build. So versatility if you're stacking versatility, mastery if you're stacking mastery. Other great corruptions do include Ineffable Truth. Does recover the cooldowns by 30%. I believe this is rank 1 of Ineffable Truth. I believe there's a couple of those. And then also Honed Mind is really good. This is the rank 1 version of Honed Mind, but there is up to 3, like most of these other corruptions, to where it gives you 645 mastery for 10 seconds when you just use a spell and ability. It procs semi-often, like up to 25% of the fight when I had one early on this tier. So that is definitely worth it, regardless of if you are running with your mastery build or not. But also, if you are running with a high mastery build and have at least, a 6, 9, 12% increase to your mastery, you're going to get more value out of Honed Mind just because you are getting mastery, and it's going to supercharge it with extra amounts. So just to recap here, the ones that you want to look for if you're looking for single target, number 1 overall is going to be Expedient, Expedient 12%. The other ones for AoE you're going to want to look for are going to be your Twilight Dev. The other great ones are going to be Infinite Star, believe it or not. And then from there, you're going to go Masterful if you are someone who is stacking Mastery. The versatility version of it, I don't have the name off the top of my head. The versatility 12% one if you are stacking versatility. And then also Honed Mind, since it does give you that large amount of Mastery over 10 seconds when using your ability. If you're looking for single target, the best one is still the Expedient contaminant here with the corruption. And then the other ones include Infinite Star as well. Infinite Star 3 is obviously the best, but it's the most corruption sink that you can get from Infinite Star. But the other single target ones would include the Twisted Appendage, which does a large amount of damage every second for 10 seconds and can spawn multiple appendages at once. I have been called when I run this a Shadow Hunter because of how many of these stupid appendages can pop out at once, and they're also very good for PvP. as well, so keep that in mind. The other single targets do include the Honed Mind as well, Masterful 12% or the Versatility 12%, and then Ineffable Truth is also very good to recover those cooldowns by 30%, which is not a small number. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions on any of the corruptions, which one's better, please leave me a comment below. I'd love to discuss that with you guys. And what other corruptions are you guys using? I'm sure a lot of you guys are using Gushing Wounds if you were lucky enough to get that. It will be nerfed by 35%, but that doesn't mean that it still won't be good. It just won't be nearly as good. So please leave me a comment below. I hope to see you guys in the fields of battle very soon. And until my next live stream or video, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, guys.